Be Your Best You, the Passionate to Purpose podcast with David Delaney. Good morning and welcome to this episode of Be Your Best You, where this morning we chat to someone who gave up the work in a semi-state company and followed her passion and her dream. Roisin Graham is a complementary therapist, a qualified reflexologist, kinesiologist, sound therapist and Reiki master, and this morning we talk to her about her services, what she does for people and how she can help. Roisin, you are very, very welcome to this episode of Be Your Best You. It's great to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks very much. I'm delighted to be here.
Good. Roisin, tell me a little bit about, let's kick off with what you do. Tell us what you do.
Okay, so I'm a complementary therapist. I'm a trained reflexologist, kinesiologist, Reiki master, and sound therapist.
Okay. A lot of those are probably challenging for you at the moment with the current climate. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, I suppose at the moment, once the COVID came, I wasn't really able to work with hands-on. So I began to, I suppose, retrain myself, and I've learned, I've got a camera, I've learned how to set up the camera, how to do videos. So I'm in the moment trying to make some of my sound baths into videos so that my members can come and join, and they can listen to the sound baths through the videos through my website.
And has this line of work, has this always been something? Have you always been involved in the complementary therapy side of things? Is that what you've always done?
Well, no, I worked in a semi-state company for nearly 30 years. And in 2012, I left that. But a good few years before that, I had trained as a reflexologist. And I ran kind of the two things side by side. And then in 2012, I stopped doing that, and I just gave my interest and my energy to my therapies.
Okay. So you ran the two things side by side. What happened in 2012? What drove you to say, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to work in this business, and I'm going to concentrate on my dream. What was there anything particular that led you to do it?
Well, I suppose I had 3 children, and I went job sharing, and so I was running the two of them side by side, and then I decided that it was time to, I suppose, I didn't really want to do that work anymore, and I wanted to do more hands-on work and to work with people one-to-one, and that's why I kind of stopped that and then started more doing my therapies.
Okay, excellent. And what does success look like to you, Roisin?
Success at the moment is different than probably success was. So success before was probably filling my therapy room with people and all that. But now I would feel very successful if I succeed in getting my videos up online.
Okay.
I think for me, that would be a massive achievement. And I've been trying to do it for the last year, and it's getting there. So I'm very happy.
Okay. Is the video side of things, is that something that you would have explored had COVID happened? Is it something that you were looking at, or is it something that kind of you have to do?
No, I wouldn't have. No, okay. It's really a necessity because I before the COVID came, I had people coming to sound baths, where they'd come and listen to the sound that I'd make, and it would help them to relax, takes them out of stress and anxiety. And I suppose I missed doing that for my people. And so to reach out to them, I decided I'd do the videos so that they can then still listen to and get that relaxed feeling without actually coming to me.
Okay. So if in 6 months' time we're told, okay, it's all over, will you cut out the video side of things altogether, or is it something that you kind of went, oh, okay, this isn't actually as bad as I thought it might be, and are you going to continue doing it?
Well, I suppose I've put so much energy into it now and begin to like doing it now, so I probably will continue doing that.
Okay. What did you want to be when you grew up, Roisin?
I suppose in the beginning I wanted to be a nurse.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I got this job in the semi-state, and I suppose at that time, when you got a semi-state job, it was a very good job. So you stayed there. Okay. And that's what I did.
So nursing.
So I suppose I wanted to do that kind of hands-on type of work from the very start, but I stalled it for 30 years.
Okay. Let's look at, but you're living the dream now. you're going after it. What advice would you say if your 15-year-old self was in front of you right now? What piece of advice would you give them?
Well, this is something that I often say to my own kids as well, and definitely for myself. Listen to that little voice inside that says, "This is what you should do now." Listen to that, and follow it. And because more often than not, it's not from the head. It's kind of like the heart-head connection. And it's somewhere in there, that little intuitive voice is saying, this is the right thing to do. I often say that to my children if they're out somewhere and they come across a particular occasion that they really know deep down it shouldn't be in this particular spot. Then listen to that inner voice and follow your intuition.
Okay. And do you think the line of work that you do, Roisin, do you think there's a lot more introspect, I suppose, with people in the last 12 months, that people are actually, having these pockets of time that they may not necessarily have had, and actually doing that and listening and tuning into themselves? Do you think the work that you do has become more, not relevant, but more important to people? Is it more... Do you think it's going to be something that's of benefit to you, I suppose, in the long term in the work you do? Will you be attracting more clients for that kind of...
Well, that's a very interesting question, because I've actually had to go very introspect myself. I've actually had to delve inside myself to see, was I going to even be able to do what I wanted to do? And at times during the last year, I actually didn't really think I was going to succeed in the work I'm doing at the moment. So yes, I think people have had a lot of time to go inward and dig a bit deeper to see what's underneath all that. Okay. So I suppose your theme is being your best self, and I think I've had to dig deep to get my best self even. So yes, I feel everybody probably is doing that in some way in the last few months.
I had two questions in my head when I was asking that, so I kind of went around the long way about it. But you got what I was asking. People having a vision. Do you think it's important that you say you follow instinct, you follow gut? Do you think it's important to visualize, what you want in your head? I know you do a lot of work in vision boards. Tell me about the importance of vision boards and seeing what you want in your head. That kind of process.
Okay, so well, I believe that if we can envisage something inside of us, if we know what we really want, and when I'm doing my vision boards with people, what I do is I get them to come right into their heart space. So it's not just coming from, oh, I think I probably want to do this, or from the head, chronological. It's not doing that. I get them to come into kind of heart space, so that they're coming from the heart. What is it that they really, really want from the heart? So that's what I get them to do. So they're really in all aspects of their life. They're looking at career, relationships, their health, everything, and financial, the whole thing. And they're bringing it all together by doing a vision board. So I personally believe that it's a great way. It's nearly like a goal posting yourself along the way. You're giving yourself a goal post. Okay. And any vision boards I've ever done, every single thing on them I've got.
Okay. Have you ever been surprised about some of the things on the vision boards? Have you ever put something up on a vision board and kind of, I suppose, passively left it there and then went back and went, oh my God, that is something that's come into my life? Is there anything kind of particularly surprising that you thought?
Okay, so on my last vision board, the one I've just done, and this is kind of only hit me the other day, was I had on it that I wanted to do more online stuff. Now, I forgot that. And that vision board, I suppose, because of the whole virus thing, that we haven't really been the same. I haven't been following my vision board as I normally would be. So the other day I looked at that. And this is after me having a lot of struggles going through all this, putting up everything online and all. And what have I got on my vision board? Only do more online.
Okay.
So actually that was something like went, oh, here's something now that and had I had I been more in line with my vision board in the last month or two, it probably would have come easier to me, because I had, but now I've gotten it and it has been on my vision board. So sometimes it comes to you, in the things that you envisage comes to you in a different way than you even expect.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that like vision boards don't have to be complicated? They can be simply writing post-its and whatever works, you know, because
100%,
people think...
100%. And like I've had people come to me, usually before this, I've had people come to me and I'll do vision boards with them. But like I've had some people who can't envisage what, you know, they actually find it really difficult, you know. So it's like a little journey to even go into, we were talking about introspection earlier, to go inside and see, well, what would I want, you know, because some people, they find that very difficult to do. And to align themselves with what it is they're attracting into their lives, with what they really want to do.
Okay. Do you have a favorite song, Roisin?
You know that song, Such a Feeling's Coming Over Me. There's wonder in most everything I see.
Carpenters.
Yeah, okay, I like that song. Okay. Yeah.
Any particular reason why?
It is. On top of the world. I think it's On Top of the World. That's it.
Yes, it's the Carpenters' top of the world.
Yeah.
Any particular reason why?
I really like that song. It makes me feel upbeat, uplifted. Okay. And yeah, I just like it. Okay.
It's just a question. It's interesting, as you know, we're conducting these chats with people all around the world, and it's amazing. Firstly, the question stumps people. You know, oh my God, that's a hard question, because we're surrounded by music all the time, and it's sometimes so hard to tune in. But like that, with vision and vision boards, it's actually about tuning in and listening. So the lyrics of that song are particularly, particularly cool. Who inspires you and why?
Okay, I suppose I have a couple of people who I found very inspiring over my career, say. And one of them would have been my reflexology teacher, the person who taught me reflexology. Very, very inspiring person. Olive Gentleman is her name. She got me to look at things in a different way, you know, a bit more a broader way, and to look at things more complementary, holistic, you know. So that she was a very, very inspiring person in my holistic journey. Yeah, very inspiring. So I suppose she got me to delve a bit deeper into what I could do in this line.
Okay. And is there anyone else? You mentioned a couple of people there.
I suppose my mother, who's 90 years of age, she's quite inspiring to me. She keeps herself fit. She looks after herself nutritionally. You know, she has a very wide interest in everything. Okay. So yeah, she's a very inspiring person as well. They would be, yeah.
Excellent. Roisin, tell us where we can find you. Website.
Okay, so my website is roisingraham.com. And at the moment, I'm adding a membership section, which will hold all my sound meditations, some mindfulness, and the one part that I've added to that as well is a little section for children, because lately I'm getting a lot of people coming whose children are very anxious and stressed, which is really sad, which is like children down as far as 5 and 8 years of age. So this section will be a little section where they can bring down onto their tablet and they can listen to it anytime they want. You know, so if they can't sleep, they can listen to it, or, you know, so that will be empowering them to feel they can do something for themselves.
Excellent. Roisin, thank you for joining us today. We're going to leave it there. We're just coming on time. So Roisin Graham, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
And that's it for another week. Thanks for joining us this morning, and do join us next time on Be Your Best You. Have a good week.